Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 everybody. I'm on early tonight. I come across this and I really wanted to address this. Harmony's been on my mind for a long, long, long time. She's one of the babies that's on my top list. I want to shout out to Ken. Hey, Ken. Hey, I Heart Want to Touch. Hey, Cool Gamers. Hey, Audrey D and Tree and Lollipop and Hope and Truth and Lady Seven Up and Robin N and Juju and Angel Loader. Yes, Harmony is beautiful. Miss Robin and Shirley and let's see what we got. Rhonda Rodriguez, Kayla, Lone Star Queen, Christine, Debbie Nelson, and Can. If I can't, you can. um, how's everybody doing tonight, y'all? I hope everybody is well. Um, this morning I come across a news line. I'm going to be playing it for you for Harmony Montgomery. As y'all know, her father Adam is on trial right now for um gun control. He wasn't supposed to have a gun and he had one. But I found it very interesting because the night that that they're arresting him for, they talk about that night, the night allegedly that he unalived Harmony. So I wanted to address this and keep her little face out there, y'all, because she's not been found, even though they know she's not with us no longer. She has not been found yet. And I just wanted to bring awareness out there that the system failed this little baby. Hey Tracy and Bless Lulu, Lady Seven Up and Tina Bobina and Carly and Rhonda. She is a beautiful little girl. Yeah, I've got that. I'm going to bring that up. Hey, Miss Chewy and Lucky Girl. Y'all, I got to address something about last night before I do. Because, listen, Daisy Cow. Oh, hang on. Daisy Cow has been trying to keep the peace between Prayer Garden and her. Okay? I've been ignoring her even though she's been bashing me these last two nights. Really, really, really bad. I don't want that to be about my channel anymore. So I've been keeping it calm. But what does Jinkies do? She runs right on over and starts up with Prayer Garden again. Starts a fighting with Prayer Garden. And here goes Prayer Garden. Instead of going at her Jinkies, she comes after me, of course, and starts fat bashing. Her and Justin in there just laughing it away, going on about it like it's something that's great. And hey, Tina Bobina. And I really just want to walk away from all that nonsense. And I want to carry on about these missing kids because it's ultimately about these missing babies. And so, Prayer Garden, quit picking on me because Jinkies wants to stir the shit pot with you. And she does because she said she did. And so, Jinkies and Prayer Garden needs to leave that between them and not me. Yeah, Justin's in there too, laughing about it. If you all heard what was said about fat people last night, a lot of people would be upset, but I'm not going to go there because it's not even worth it. PG will go after all you guys regardless. It's what her channel is all about. I know, Debbie, but I'm not going to make it about my channel anymore. I really ain't. I pray they keep Adam in jail. He's such a monster. Love you, Miss Daisy. I do too. And that's what I wanted to show you all about. I wanted to bring this to attention. For them of you all that don't know about Baby Harmony, she was same age as Summer, same age as Monkey. She actually went missing back in 2019, but she wasn't reported missing until 2022. And so, um, of course, her mom was struggling with drug abuse, and her dad had a history of violence and had a history of attempted murder. You can even see the dot on his face. and allegedly might have been involved in another, you know, unaliving of a person. Right, Lollipop. Miss Daisy, I hope you walk away from. I'm going to. Right. But I absolutely will, Rocket Girl. So the uncle of Harmony went to visit Adam, which was Adam's uncle, Harmony's dad. Long story short, Adam ended up unaliving this baby. He was violent. Um, it was said allegedly that his cousin was a part of the social services department that placed the baby back in the home with him and his girlfriend. And you're going to hear exactly what happened in that household. So I am going to warn you all, trigger warning on this. Um, I do know last year when they went through the old apartment, they took out refrigerators, they took out floors, they took out, they literally took the whole refrigerator out of that apartment and put a biohazard bag in it, which leads us to believe that baby Harmony had been in that at one time. And they released back in November that they arrested him for the unaliving of Harmony, and they said they found biological evidence that the baby was unalived by him. And I think Kayla stepped up too. Hello, Mrs. H. How are you? Welcome. Totally loving y'all. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You want to come up, Christine? This is a trigger warning. Hello, Diamond Creations. Miss Daisy, I want to try. I sent you a story about a child abducted, and oh, okay. I'll look at that, Miss Chewy, after the live. Okay. I'm furious. Everyone that laughed with them is just as bad. When she said we needed to exercise, I get in 2,000 steps a day. I work my heat overweight due to illness. Me too. I've got polycystic ovarian. That just goes to show that she's not educated at all, and there's just a lot of hate there. And I'm just gonna let her be the hate that she is, and that's just all it is. Hey, always late. Oh, okay. Well, I'll put a link out if anybody wants to come up here and hang out with me. Um, Kane, if she wants to. I see Kane was in the chat. Hello, R and Heidi. I'm going to tell you this is a trigger warning. I just want to give you a little background. The mom did not call and check on Harmony for over 2 years. It wasn't until the adopted parents, who is two gay men who are married, of her little brother, I think they wanted to adopt Harmony and reached out to the mother. And then the mother reached out to try to find Harmony and had noticed that she had been gone for 2 years. And Adam had no idea where she's at. Hey, what's up, Christine?
Driving home. Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving Miss
Driving
Daisy.
Miss Daisy.
I
Hey,
know.
I was gonna come up last night and I fell asleep.
Oh, I thought you came up. You didn't?
No, not last night. I fell asleep.
I get my nights and days mixed up, y'all.
It was the night before. The
Must
night
have been
before
the
I
night
was up.
before. I was. It's okay. I was. As you know, I've been arguing today already. A lot of
I tried
arguing back.
calling you. Yeah.
I seen that. I seen that, but I was on the phone with my daughter.
I figured that.
But
Yeah, I figured it.
Tracy said you're beautiful, Christine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for the birthday wishes. That was great. I loved it.
Yes. Hey Maya, how are you
It was
doing, honey? But I just wanted to. I come across this today, and I wanted to show everybody, like justice for little baby Harmony. Her daddy is on trial right now for gun charges. He's not went to trial yet. I will be covering that trial. Make no mistake, I will be covering baby Harmony's trial. But what they say in this video is horrific, so I'm going to put a trigger warning on because what
Yeah,
he
they
did to
took some
her.
of that floor out of the closet too for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but he was a monster. She should have never been placed in his care. And they lost track of her because he moved to another state.
And that
And
last
what
time she actually was seen was what, Thanksgiving, right? The grandma seen her on Thanksgiving
it was in
or around Thanksgiving
2019. Yeah, they
19.
think
Yeah.
I think the cops went and investigated and did a welfare check because they were living in that home with no electricity and stuff. Remember,
Hmm.
back in November, and that was the last time anyone seen her except for a neighbor seen her moving out of the house with with Kayla and Adam. And then after that, they never did see Harmony no more.
Mm.
So Kayla was drawing food stamps off of Harmony the whole 2 years. They arrested her. I think they did a plea deal with her on that, but and she squalled like a monkey. So you're going to hear some of what was going on the night that Harmony allegedly
Oh my goodness.
was alive, and it
This is
will.
gonna break my heart.
And this is just the gun trial. This isn't even, you know. And
Child
I know
abuse or anything like that.
it's yeah, it's not. It's the gun trial. It's not her charges. And they only got him for second degree. I think a manslaughter. They didn't even get him for a murder. I don't think he
Mm.
unalived that baby with his fist. And yeah, yeah. Hey, Clover Stitches, how are you? Benny
That
Mane,
makes
life.
me so mad. These poor little innocent children who cannot defend themselves. Step up to a real man and use your fist. You got to
Exactly.
hit a baby.
Well, the way Kayla talks in this video, it was it was pure chaos. Hey, AJ. Hey, Shirley. The state did fail Harmony. Yep, brutal. It was brutal. I just want to grab her. I just want to reach out and take her and bring her home. But I know she's with the Lord, and she's not hurting anymore. But just uh I just feel like there needs to be more awareness about this, and that there needs to be more done about placing these babies. And I mean, he was a violent man. He had a violent history. And
And
you
there
know,
was a couple CPS calls on them, but for some reason,
I
nothing
know,
happened.
I know. I will be covering the suitcase trial next month too. But I'm definitely going to get when he does go up to trial for this on Harmony, I'm going to be covering that. But this is just the gun trial. And what Kayla says, it's just but I'm going to go ahead and play that. Miss Christine, are you going to stay up here with me?
Yeah, I'll mute myself
Oh, you're fine.
if I can see it.
I just
Ah,
want everybody to hang on. Is that the right person that sent me that? Now I've lost the person that sent me that darn video. Hang on. Well,
you all want to see my cup while she's looking for that link? Look at this cute cup I just bought.
let me see. I gotta see it too.
Can you see that?
Oh, what does it have on it?
It's Bigfoot.
Oh,
Is that not
oh my
cute or what?
lord! It is so
Yeah.
cute. Let me see. Who was
It
it?
says it says can or have you found me or can you see me or something like that.
Y'all, I
Isn't
don't
that
believe
not
in
cute?
it's so cute, but I don't believe in Bigfoot. But I would love to go
I don't either.
Bigfoot hunting.
I don't
Even
either,
if
but I
I
like
just
him.
go hunt for it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's like,
I just
ooh,
think
what's
it's
this?
cool. I mean, you never know. There could be a Bigfoot out there. We don't know what's out there. I mean, we don't know. They were giants out there at one time, so
That's true.
you never know.
You would think that we'd be able to find something that big though, but you never
I
know.
know. It would be so fun though.
It
Hey
would be. Oh my gosh.
BKST. Hey Vals, Valerie, venue.
Go out there
It's
with Bobo.
people don't want to believe that parents are capable of cruelty even if they lost their child. Um, do what, Christine?
I said, go out there and hunt in Bigfoot with Bobo.
We had live stream it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be the
Fun
funniest
as
thing ever. We'd
hell.
be scared at the drop of any noise.
It would be so fun. I
I'd be running. Y'all see my
know.
dust.
I'd be crying, y'all, because I guarantee you Big Mama's gonna fall somewhere. I have no
Oh,
picture of Bigfoot on toilet hanging in the bathroom.
I love Bigfoot. I can't help it.
I know, I do too. I
He's
love
like
it.
a wild Chewbacca.
I know, and I just think it's cool just to hear about stories because I don't know.
Yeah,
You never know. You never know.
never
Okay,
know. That's
so
right.
I found it, so I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, and
All
y'all,
right, I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm gonna put a trigger warning up here for you guys. Okay, because it's very very sad. It's very sad for this baby, and Adam was a nice looking man. I mean, but he was just a very violent. Harmony, I think Harmony looked just like him, but it's sad, y'all. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Credits to Port TV.
Where is 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery? What happened to her? These are questions that have remained unanswered for more than 3 years in Manchester, New Hampshire. Harmony's parents were not together, and she lived with her father, Adam, and her stepmother, Kayla. But sometime in the fall of 2019, Harmony vanished. But no one said anything. There was no call to police. There was no alert. There was no search. Just a little girl missing and no one looking for her. That changed in late 2021 when her mother reported her missing. The search was intense, the investigation exhaustive, but the results not complete. Harmony was never found, but her father Adam was charged with her murder. He's on trial now for weapons charges, but we are learning a lot more about Harmony's tragic life from the testimony of witnesses, including her stepmother, Kayla. Tonight, we take an in-depth look at the life and disappearance of little Harmony Montgomery.
I do want to say something. Why didn't Kayla stand up and do something about it? He knew what she was doing to this baby. He knew she was abusing this baby. He was abusing this baby. I don't understand why Kayla didn't step up. She's
I'll
just
tell you why, Daisy. She may
why.
have been being abused too, and when you're in an abusive relationship, it's
Hmm.
it's hard for some people to step
Well,
up, even though it's your own child.
she was doing meth. You'll hear later.
Oh,
They were
that's his
both,
girlfriend though, wasn't it?
as his wife. Kayla was his wife.
Oh,
But they were both. You'll hear what was really going on in that house here. Let me play this. I had to stop it for content reasons. Oh yeah,
mm-hmm,
I got the fair use thing up here too, guys. Okay, so here we go.
mm-hmm.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. I want to begin by showing you a picture and asking you a question. Why was Harmony smiling? I look at this picture and, she seems happy. And you look at her life and you wonder, how could she have been happy? How could she have been happy? The life that she was dealt, and the cards that she was dealt in her life, like, how could she be smiling? Yet she was. Speaks volumes about the perseverance of children and how they come into this world and how they just want to experience things and be loved. And they're born happy. Smile for the camera, But her life was not the life a child should have. And there's many different reasons. One major reason is her father, Adam. Bad guy, worst father. And I'm not even judging the murder charges. I'm just judging from what we know as a fact. She went missing in 2019. He didn't say anything, didn't make a call, didn't do anything. That by itself makes you a horrendous parent or step parent, by the way. A child is missing, you don't do anything, you don't say anything, you don't look for her, you don't just move on. Just continue living your life doing whatever you're doing. But this was the man who was in charge of Harmony. This is the man who got custody of Harmony because Harmony's mother battling a drug addiction. So this is the guy who was in charge. And this is the guy that she looked towards. This is the guy that she trusted. Not a good guy. So what exactly was her life like? And that's something that we want to take a look at tonight.
to understand the life that she was living, what happened around the time that she disappeared, and prosecutors believe she was murdered. And then, what happened in the search for her? Where are they looking? What does the evidence show us? We're going to go through all of that in this next hour. And one of the reasons we're doing it now is that her father, Adam, is on trial, not for her murder. He's charged with that. That's coming up. That's around the corner. But he's on trial for being a felon in possession of weapons, being a career criminal in possession of weapons. So there's a lot at stake for him, a lot of years behind bars. But during the course of the trial, we're also learning more. And that's because Harmony's stepmom, Kayla Montgomery, is testifying. And what exactly does she know? To me, she knows everything. I believe from the beginning, she would know everything. They weren't living in the Taj Mahal. They were living in a very modest home with a mom, a dad, and some kids. And one of the kids goes missing and you don't know anything? Come on. She knows everything. I believe she knows everything about what happened inside that home and what happened to that little girl. So we'll see. So she's testifying in this weapons case. And part of the testimony is very relevant to the life of Harmony and gives us some insight into what that life was like. Being a child in the home of two drug addicts who care more about themselves than their children. Two people who did absolutely nothing when this girl went missing. Probably because she didn't go missing. Like if your child disappears, you're going to reach out, you're going to say something, you're going to call, oh my goodness, I need help me find my child. That didn't happen. And why didn't it happen? Common sense tells us why. But prosecutors have to prove it in a court of law. We know that. But Kayla Montgomery's testifying in the weapons case because she's there. She's got her own legal problems. She's cutting deals left and right, trying to keep herself out of prison as much as possible. But the testimony is giving us a peek inside the home. Let's take a listen.
This is how I'd use ChatGPT and AI to help start and automate an Amazon.
Lived back in October of 2019.
I was living at 77 Guilford Street in Manchester, New Hampshire.
How long did you live there?
For about a year and a half.
For a year and a half. Why did you stop living there?
Because we got kicked out of the house.
Was that an eviction?
Yes.
Do you remember what month and what year that was?
November 2019.
When you lived at the 77 Guilford Street address, who did you live with there?
It was myself, Adam, Seamus, Declan, and Harmony. I was working up until November 2019 at Dunkin' Donuts. I would work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Adam would be home with the kids while I'm at work. And he would drop me off and pick me up from work because I didn't have a license. And then after he would pick me up, I would be at the house with the kids, and he would leave some nights because we were using drugs.
When you say we were using drugs, what do you mean?
Like getting high, using heroin and crack and weed. I know that there were people at the house that came so that we could buy drugs off them, and Adam was showing them to those couple of people that came by trying to sell them. And I remember I was taking care of the kids, and I was looking to see what was going on in the living room from the kitchen, and it was just chaos in that house at that time, that same night.
Why is that? Why was it chaos?
It was just a lot of
Guys, this leads me to think what she's saying is that this is the night that he actually unalived.
That's what it sounds like. Yep. That's what I was going to say.
Baby
Mhm.
Harmony.
So did she just say he tried to sell them or sell them drugs?
Drugs.
Oh,
They
okay.
were
And
both doing it.
why didn't he work? Where's his job to go leave and go work and make some money?
He didn't. He was a bum. I think.
Bum.
She was doing the work. He was home with the kids doing God knows what. Well, you'll hear what he made little baby Harmony do here in a minute. Okay, here we go.
people going in and out, and taking care of the kids at the same time. It was, I don't even know.
And I think you said that night. Are we talking about nighttime?
Yes.
So the incident that you're describing, were you already aware at that point that the guns had been stolen from the Frayne house?
Yes.
All right. And you said people had come to sell drugs?
Yeah.
Was that to you or to someone else?
To Adam, but I was going to be doing the drugs too.
Okay. So they came to sell drugs to Adam. You were going to do the drugs as well.
Yes.
And it sounded like you said he offered to sell them the firearms.
Yeah, to trade them or buy them.
Firearms, drugs. Oh, and we were taking care of the kids. You're not really taking care of the kids. You're not. I understand you got a drug problem. Whether you get help or don't get help for it, you can still pick up the. You know you can't take care of those kids, and you know you're not taking care of those kids. Do something. Reach out for help. Give the kids a chance.
Absolutely.
You didn't give Harmony a chance. Let's bring in our guest tonight. Joining us tonight from Jacksonville, Alabama, forensic death investigator, professor of forensics at Jacksonville State University, and host of the very popular Body Bags podcast. Joseph Scott Morgan is with us. Also joining us tonight, Michigan City, Indiana, founder of
a little bit to where they get to talking about it.
It really is, and that's a great way to put it, a house of horrors. I've been covering that gun trial, and one of the things that we're hearing is that Adam Montgomery himself was having major issues with his addiction, and he was just sort of out of control in that period of time. Now, this gun case is, this trial that's going on right now is not related to Harmony, but Harmony, her ghost kind of hovers over this entire thing, because what we're talking about are the last months of Harmony Montgomery's life. And they're in that takes place inside that house on Guilford Street, where you're hearing the allegations of guns being run out of there, of people doing drugs left and right, people coming and going. And in the middle of all that is little Harmony and at least one of Kayla's other children. It's just hard to wrap your head around this.
Absolutely. Erica Morris, it gets worse, obviously. Let me read for you this. This is from an affidavit. Adam's uncle, Kevin Montgomery, said he returned to Manchester in July of 2019 after a trip to Florida and observed Harmony with a black eye. Kevin said that Adam told him he had caused the injury to Harmony. At the time, he said, I quote, I bashed her around the house. Uncle Kevin also recalled Harmony being spanked hard on the butt, Harmony being forced to stand in the corner for hours, and Adam ordering Harmony to scrub the toilet with her toothbrush. 5 years old, Erica.
We've talked about this before, Biddy, and this was no environment for 3 tender age children. This just was not. I had actually written it down on a Post-it note earlier, Kayla's statement. It was just chaos in the house that night. That really stood out to me. I think it was chaos in the house every night. I don't think that one particular night stood out. I think that is the environment in which these children lived. We know this from the fact that it was almost 2 years to the time that Harmony was even reported missing. We'll say it again, not by a relative, but by a DCS or an FSSA worker who caught Kayla lying about those benefits. This was just the most heartbreaking situation. No place for 3 tender age children to be. Constant chaos, weapons, drugs, people in and out. If Kayla hadn't already told us that Adam killed her, we could have a dozen different suspects just from the amount of traffic going in and out of that home.
Joseph Scott Morgan, people are going to get even more angry now. Let me play for you the New Hampshire Attorney General here when he announced the charges against Adam for the murder.
Hey, have you ever heard something like this before? Who wants to make $1 zillion online with...
Mr. Montgomery has been charged with the following 4 crimes. Second-degree murder for recklessly causing the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13 years of age, under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to the value of human life, by repeatedly striking Harmony in the head with a closed fist in Manchester on or about December 7, 2019.
Okay, we heard Uncle Kevin's, quoting Adam, I bashed her around the house. Now we've got the Attorney General, Joseph, talking about 5-year-old Harmony being struck in the head with a closed fist, causing the death of Harmony. What does it take to take the life of a 5-year-old girl with a closed fist?
Not much on the part of a grown man, particularly a man so prone and used to violence, Ben. Back on June 16, 2022, Bob Ward, who's on with us tonight, posted an image on Twitter of the interior of this apartment that they lived in. And it's absolutely deplorable. But the one thing that you can take away from this image is the fact that when the police served a warrant in this place, they were looking for particulate evidence, it would appear. These photos were essentially provided by this kind of anonymous person named Ginger at the time. And the tile is gone. I think that there's some indication that a refrigerator may have been replaced, may have been used to facilitate something rather ominous at that particular time. And, we go back to the intensity that the police were working the scene. Remember, they put...
Okay, this is where I was going to talk to y'all about this. Remember I told you the refrigerator? Well, the refrigerator and some of the flooring were took up and put in biohazard bags. And then they announced that they found biological evidence that she was unalived. Yeah, it should be capital murder. I agree 1,000%. Yes, it does, Trina. It's evil, poor thing. But yeah, this is some of the floors in the refrigerator they took out of that. Now, at that time, my mod Bashley, she's not a mod no more. She has her own channel. but she's actually boots on the ground, and she was there when they were taking it out, and it had biohazard stickers on it, which means some kind of body fluids if it's biohazard. And then they announced that they had found biological evidence that he had unalive.
10 up in the backyard, approximating this time. They even had cameras then that went down into the sewer. They were grasping for anything that they could find, some remnant of Harmony, this poor child who's already impacted by this disability she has. She is totally and completely at the mercy of these people indwelling this environment that just lived in these, I don't know how to, just deplorable conditions, and deplorable in the worst way, evil, that they were exposing this child to day in and day out. And Lord only knows who could have had their hands on this child at any given time.
Absolutely. And we saw those images actually from the Union, I think it's the Union Street apartment.
It's actually a not bad
that they were living in. And we're going to get into that scene coming up in just a little bit, plus coming up next hour.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, hang on just a second. I want to call out to Yanni. Oh, thank you, Yanni. Thank you. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Super chat. God bless you.
Hey, Amy. Oh my gosh, you guys, this makes me mad.
Thank you. I was going to send a sticker, but they are too happy for this situation. I know. Thank you, Yanni, for supporting my channel. God bless you, honey. I appreciate that so much. It means a lot to me. What was you going to say, Christine? Sorry.
I said, this just makes me angry. Those pictures are probably from when she was in foster care.
Yeah, a majority of those pictures was when she was in foster care.
Well, I don't know why they did not just leave her there.
I don't either, but he wanted her. He actually wanted her. He went and applied for custody of her because her mom, well, you know, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like her mom failed her too. She didn't even check on her for 2 years.
Sometimes people file for custody just to spite the other person, not because they want the child, but because they want to spite the other person.
Well, that's what Harmony's mom said that he did. Said he did it for spite. Hello, Hillbilly 29. Hello. I got my
probably
for Yanni. Thank you.
Thank
you. Woo-hoo! Thank you for the Go ahead, sorry.
And he probably took out all his frustrations he had for his ex on little Harmony.
He did. And I don't know about the other
that's
children.
probably why he wanted her. Hold her over her head and to take out his frustrations about their relationship on this little baby.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is that we don't know exactly what all had been done. Like that guy said, there were so many people in and out of that place at that time that, you know, Kayla said it was just complete chaos, and she let it happen too. I mean, she knew he was doing this to Harmony, and she let it happen, you know? Always my daughter. Okay. Hello, sweet and sassy. Hello. But yeah, let's see what else I got to say about him. He's a monster. I mean, like, look at him.
I hope somebody gets him in the cell and knocks him around the cell.
Oh yeah, he's probably in isolation over this.
Yeah,
but I can't believe they're not giving him a first-degree murder charge. I can't believe he's not getting that. So glad you're covering this. I've been following this case from day one. Her mom didn't speak or have contact for years, though. I would like to understand that. She said he wouldn't let her talk to her. You know, she could have done more. Like, if she said that last time she talked to Harmony, that Adam was being mean to Harmony and wouldn't let her talk to him FaceTime and made Harmony get off. It was Easter. And I would have drove my ass to Manchester and demanded to find out what was going on with my baby. But instead, she waited 2 years, and Harmony had already been unalived by then. So I feel like that he just didn't want to deal with her because they were on. It's untelling what happened to the baby, to be honest with you. I know Kayla said that he used his fist, but we really don't know the whole story.
No. Well, and you know what is going to happen is he is going to, since they can't find her on their own, investigators, he's going to cut a deal. He's going to cut another deal for her body. Bet.
You think he will?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because he knows he's going down. There's already forensic evidence, and we've got a testimony of someone witnessing him doing what he was doing. Oh yeah, he knows. His attorney is going to advise him, you're going to go down for this. No matter what, you're going to go down for it. So they can't find the body. So this is going to be our tool to negotiate. I'll give you the body, but you give me this in return. I can guarantee you that's what he's going to do.
He probably will. But the thing is, I think he may have dismembered her.
Well, he's got to give it up. I can guarantee you they're going to say, you have to give us the body and we will, whatever the deal will be. I
hope so. I hope
that's how it works.
Oh, she just runs real hard on my heart. I can't help it, y'all. That's why I show her face all the time. Because she had nobody. She had nobody to stand up for her. She was in this mess with her father and couldn't get out. And probably didn't understand why he was so brutal to her.
And it had nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with him, his relationship, his drug addicted self. Oh, makes me mad.
Yeah. Let's see what else they got to say here. All right, quick one.
The Adam Montgomery weapons trial. Live coverage continues tomorrow morning on Court TV.
Hang on, let's see. Here it is.
Take a look, because their stories didn't really line up in the initial investigation. You've got Adam's wife, Kayla Montgomery. He asked the last time she had physically seen him, Harmony. Kayla said that sometime in November or December, she saw Harmony one morning prior to going to work. Adam said he was driving Harmony back to Crystal, who was Harmony's mom, who was living in Lowell, Massachusetts. Adam said that he had not seen Harmony since Crystal came to pick her up in Manchester around Thanksgiving. The stories don't make sense. They don't line up. So then Kayla gave a more detailed statement, saying on the day after Thanksgiving in 2019, Adam dropped her off at work, meaning Kayla was dropped off at work, and said he was going to bring Harmony to her mother to live with her. Kayla stated that she had not seen Harmony since that day. So you've got inconsistent statements. You've got lies. So when Adam Montgomery's questioned by police, they confront him with this. Take a listen.
Can't go? Do this to clear out stuck poop fast.
I can't believe they put that kind of commercial on this kind of a.
I already told you the other day what to expired. So we didn't even go to our mother's house. Okay, who did go to her house? Okay, so Harmony didn't go to Chris's house. So explain to me how she didn't end up going to Chris's house. I've already explained this to you. Okay.
Well, there's some discrepancies between what you're telling us and what other people are telling us. You're saying you brought her down to Mass, and somebody said she came up from Mass.
I never once said I brought her down to Mass.
What did you say? She came up here together?
I never once said. I was on your video recording the other day. I never once said I went down to Mass.
So you're saying that she came up from Mass?
Oh my God, I'd slap that thing right out of his hand.
Why is it that you refuse to talk about her every time we bring her up?
Because you guys are just sitting here beating a bush. It's over and over. You guys asked me what happened the other day. I told you what happened.
You wouldn't tell us the other day.
You guys talked to me the other day. I explained to him what happened the other day. And now it was just a charade. Yep. No, don't worry about it. You're not under arrest. And I'll come up with some. No, the other day. No, but then you had a fucking SWAT team roll up on me and D-Tex follow me around for the last 3 days.
Yeah, people are coming out of the woodwork. That's what we're trying to tell you. Like, we don't want you to be painted as a monster. We want you to maybe explain yourself a little bit and give us some side of your story. We have nothing. We have just what we're hearing from people. $40,000 to drag a lot of people out, whether you believe you're your friends or not.
No, I bet
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know it is. Absolutely it is.
It's we're trying to get. Now's your time. Like you keep locking up on us. You don't want to tell us anything about her.
Look how nervous he is.
I think he's used that line before, right? This guy, career criminal. Let's bring back in our guests, Joseph Scott Morgan, Erica Morris, and Bob Ward from Boston 25. So, Bob, Crystal, the mom, there was no exchange. She didn't have custody. No. That was all made up, right?
That's right. And that was corroborated because Crystal had a boyfriend at the time who she lived with in Lowell, Massachusetts. The police went to talk to him, and he said he never saw Harmony. So Harmony never made it to Lowell, Massachusetts. Crystal was telling the truth.
This is Crystal's, Harmony's mom, which I think is just as responsible for letting this happen. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be judgmental, but she left that baby for 2 years and didn't even check on it. at all. You know, I know she feels bad about it now, but she could have done more for baby Harmony, in my opinion. But sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Corroborated. There was no exchange of Harmony to Crystal Story. That plainly did not happen. And I think what you see in that interrogation is Adam knows that, and he's just doing whatever he can to deflect away from the truth of the matter is that he did not hand over his daughter to her mother.
So, Erica, at this point, I mean, as chaotic as their life was, now they're getting evicted from the home, and everything is kind of in turmoil. Yet it seems investigators are pretty clear. They believe the murder took place on the 7th of December.
You know, again, and Joseph referenced it earlier, they took a lot from that house, from the apartment in the June search last year, from floorboards to wall boards to the refrigerator. I believe they searched a drain. There was something biological particulate that indicated either time of death or someone, another witness maybe that we don't know about, has provided a more accurate timeline. Because I don't trust the timeline from either one of them. I mean, from Kayla or Adam, simply because of the amount of drugs that were being used. We cannot accept their timeline as satisfactory. So there has to be some type of biological or perhaps digital evidence that we don't know about yet that has placed this event on the 7th for them to be so specific about that date.
So here's Kayla Montgomery explaining to the jury in the weapons trial why she lies.
The only way to protect your income during a recession is to have a second income stream. Ideally.
How did you come to be there for that proffer?
Because I got subpoenaed to be questioned about Harmony, and I lied to the grand jury because I was scared.
So let me back up. Had you been charged with a crime prior to meeting for that proffer?
Yes.
Prior to meeting for that proffer, you said, I think you'd been charged with a crime?
Yes.
Do you remember what you had been charged with?
Welfare fraud.
Anything else?
And 2 counts of receiving stolen property.
And do you remember being charged with perjury as well?
Yes.
Just Scott Morgan, one of the challenges here is trying to get to the bottom of everything, right? Trying to get to the truth. But I mean, even people who are cooperating, you know, you got to figure out when can you believe what they're saying. You know, you've got to trust the words of an admitted perjurer in front of the grand jury who was getting welfare payments while Harmony was missing. So it's tough. Why do you think that she's not been found? Why we haven't been able to find her?
Well, for me, I think that, and I hate to say this, but I think that something more horrific than we can ever begin to imagine took place in that apartment. That's just my gut feeling about this. That in some way they attempted to dispose of Harmony's remains and put as much distance between themselves and her remains as possible. That's what I believe. And she was spirited off somewhere. They took her and disposed of her in some manner. In what manner, I don't know. It was mentioned about the search for biological evidence at the scene. And here's the thing. When an individual is domiciled at a location, you expect to find their DNA in that location. Okay, just touch DNA, those sorts of things that are consistent with a life being lived, right? But when you begin to think about the sourcing of DNA, like this, you begin to think about, well, if you have a large volume of blood, that's not something that is considered to be normal, for instance. And I have no evidence that they had that much blood, but you begin to put things together relative to what may have happened. And then when you think about searching in places like drains, again, it sends a chill up my spine as a death investigator, because I think that something sinister could have happened. And they have some kind of insight, some kind of information to this. And I think down the tracks, this may be revealed.
As I started this whole hour off, I think she knows just about everything. And I don't understand
I agree. Yeah.
why they haven't been able to find her if she is fully cooperating in all this, which should be her obligations. In all of this. Okay, our guests are staying with us. When we come back, we're going to continue. We're going to take a look at that search for Harmony. We're going to take you to the apartment and get some more information there.
More games that they played with me the other day. It's not word games. I got nothing. I care about. We want to know. This isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, this isn't gonna stop. So, no, it's not. So either get on the bus now or get run over. Well, I got nothing else to say. Why is it just some shuttle talking about Harmony? I got nothing else to say.
Because he's guilty.
On the next episode.
He's guilty as hell.
He don't got nothing else to say. All right. I would be like, well, when it's time for deal making, you remember what you said?
Yeah, right.
I mean, so what Kayla's probably going to do is she is going to say, yeah, but she's going to say, I'm going to tell you what she's going to do. She's going to say that she was scared to say anything because he threatened her. I can guarantee it. And yeah, and that's why she couldn't say anything, because he had total control over her. And so she couldn't say anything. But now that all this is going on and she's going to use that to make a deal. And that's how it works. One person will roll over the other one to get a smaller sentence, and it's kind of smart in her if he is the one who did something to her, it is smart on her case to come clean.
Yeah.
And get the deal and let it, and then let the chips fall where they may for him. Because some people still love their abuser, but there's a time where you have to, it's a fight or flight kind of thing.
He was with another girl that ended up dying like a few months ago. Like his girlfriend, they found her dead. Another girl.
Was it an OD?
I don't know. I don't know if it was or not, but I know that she hadn't been with him in like, I guess, a long time. She was living with her mom. So
yeah, but he must be a pretty bad person.
Yeah, he was homeless when they found him. But she was still drawing food stamps off that baby. And that's why they got her for welfare fraud. Let's see what they find here. I'm curious to hear what they found there in that refrigerator or in that apartment.
October 2020, they were evicted. Neighbors in this area say that they never saw Harmony. This community is still devastated with the loss of Harmony, her body not yet been found. This is one of 2 memorials out in front of the last place that she may have lived with Kayla and Adam Montgomery.
Matt Johnson up there in Manchester, day off from the trial today, but going around the neighborhood showing us where all this stuff is taking place. I want to go through a timeline because I think it's significant here in the search for Harmony Montgomery. You've got April 2019, Harmony's mom, Crystal Soares. That's her last communication with Harmony. It's around Easter time. November 2019, Adam Montgomery and Kayla evicted from that Guilford Street home. In December of 2021, Manchester police announced they received a report that Harmony had not been seen since 2019. In 2022, they searched the Guilford Street home. But then in June of 2020, the police searched Adam and Kayla's former Union Street home, where we just saw Matt Johnson. Let's bring back in our guests, Joseph Scott Morgan, Erica Morse, and Bob Ward from Boston 25. Bob, take us inside that apartment. Take us there. What was it like? What did they find? And when did they start living there?
Well, that is kind of, I'm not really clear on that. Last week during the trial, there was some testimony that they didn't move into that apartment until March of 2020. So, maybe there's some new information that they moved there earlier than that, but that's what was brought up at the trial. And that's kind of what we had been looking at straight through as we were trying to figure out why that interest in that apartment, because it's 3 months after she's last seen. It's one of those little mysteries in this case. So the day after the search, I was able to get inside the apartment, and I'm the only one that got in there. It is a small 1-bedroom unit. I got in there the day after the search, and already the landlord was making renovations and trying to get things back in order. And there you see the bedroom closet that was pulled apart. The tenant who was there last year told us they took all of her things out, and that they took some pieces from inside, like I think it was in the ceiling of the closet. They took some items out of that. You can see wherever you see floorboards in my pictures, that's where they either took the carpet or they picked up tile, and they just took it right out of the apartment. So I remember they took carpet from the bottom of the floor in the bedroom closet into a hallway, very narrow and short hallway, and then into the kitchen itself. They took pieces of tile or carpeting that was in front of the sink area, around the refrigerator. And then if you have a kitchen right in front of you, you go to the right as you go out. The bathroom is behind the kitchen. We didn't take any pictures of it. We didn't have a lot of time in there. We had to work fast. But the tenant said they also were taking pieces of pipe from the bathroom. And that's such a chilling thing to even consider what that means. The refrigerator you see there in my pictures, that is the replacement refrigerator that the police or the FBI brought to the apartment.
Did y'all hear that? They took pieces of the pipe. Which makes me think that he has done something unthinkable. Now that's the replacement refrigerator, like you just said.
I think they either A, put her in the dump, or B, put her in the river.
Well, it sounds like to me that they try to get rid of her through the sewage system. Maybe
they may have tried to, I don't want to say.
I know, it's so sad.
Obviously, they didn't love her.
Poor baby. I don't even know why he wanted to even get her. After they took
told
the
you why.
refrigerator that was inside the apartment.
No.
And, you know, when you start putting this together, and your guest talked about the search in the sewer, now we know they searched pipes in the bathroom. You talk about that refrigerator. It's just, I'm tempted not to connect those dots because it is so awful what that might mean. if Harmony was in that refrigerator after she was killed, I have a hard time putting that together because it is such a tiny apartment to have 2 adults, 2 or 3 other kids in there. It's cramped anyway, and it just I hope that's not where this is leading, but it makes you wonder what is happening. Now, in addition to all that, Adam Montgomery had access to, I believe, 2 vehicles, and they found those vehicles very early on, and those cars are still in the custody of the police. So putting it together, after Guilford Street, after they left Guilford Street, they were evicted from there. They had no place to go for a period of time. I interviewed Kayla's mother. And when I say interview, I meant shouted questions to her, and she took a couple of questions. She answered them, and she remembers the Adam and Kayla bringing the kids, including Harmony, to her apartment on the west side of Manchester at around Thanksgiving, asking if they could come to Thanksgiving, if they might be able to stay a while because they were going to be kicked out of the apartment. So at some point it goes Guilford Street to living in a car to getting to that Union Street apartment. We know they have the car. We know they have the refrigerator. We know they searched in the sewer, and we know they searched in those pipes. And then not too long ago, just a few weeks ago, the police were in Revere, Massachusetts, which is just north of Boston, and they were searching in the marshes out there as well.
Right there's
So
the refrigerator. For those of you that hadn't watched it, they're taking the refrigerator out right here. See, right here, and it's wrapped in black plastic with red biohazard stickers on it. And they would not have put biohazard if there was not biohazard in there, which means some kind of bodily fluids.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts, which is just north of Boston, and they were searching in the marshes out there as well. So it's just an awful set of facts. There's the refrigerator being loaded onto the evidence wagon, being taken out of there. And I'll tell you, Vinny, all of us in the media were stunned to see that. I've been doing this a long time, and I haven't seen something like that happen. And what it suggests here is just truly awful.
Beyond awful. Joseph Scott Morgan, putting these pieces together, what images are coming to your mind right now?
Okay, let's just don't use this case. Let's just talk about cases that you and I have covered. And we've covered cases before in our long history together, Vin, involving drains and sinks and bathtubs and this sort of thing. One of the main things that you begin to think about from an evidentiary standpoint is you want to get to what are referred to as the drain traps. That's the curved areas beneath sinks, within tubs, to get to that interior plumbing, because those areas trap bits of what we would consider it's an evidence-rich environment. Now, some of it can be compromised. So once you get your hands on that as an investigator, that's something that you're going to protect as best you possibly can, and it will be analyzed very carefully. That's my thought when we begin to talk about drain pipes. And certainly, there are many other cases where I've had entire floors that have been ripped up out of apartments, either involving tile, wood flooring, because you get down into cracks and crevices. You think about carpeting. Carpeting is like a big sponge, because not only do you get wet sample out of there that will dry, you also get fiber evidence out of there, hair, that sort of thing, skin samples, those sorts of things. So all of this is going to go back to the state crime lab, and they will have gone over that with a fine-tooth comb. I think that that's very important to keep in mind. And to the point that was made about the fridge, listen, police generally don't do something particularly, this I don't want to use the term bold, but you're not typically going to see a group of crime scene investigators wheeling a refrigerator down the street that's wrapped in plastic, okay? They see value in that for some reason. They're just not going to arbitrarily take that. I can't even remember cases in the past where I've seen that happen. I know that it probably has. I've had freezers removed, but a refrigerator itself, I think that that's rather curious considering how small this area is. And this all comes down to time and containment. If something nefarious has happened in that apartment, many times people will look to something like a cooling system, like a refrigerator or a freezer, in order to hold a biological sample of some kind. In this case,
well, if you stop and think, what did they take out of Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment?
Mm-hmm.
A tub and his freezers. They took everything out of his Dahmer's. So, which leads us to think that maybe, they had biohazard. They didn't mention it, but we know by watching it previously that they had the biohazard stickers on there, and they would not have put them on there for no reason.
Right.
So sad.
And if she was unalived, she'd be put in the refrigerator to slow down the breakdown process. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I feel so bad for her. I feel like this needs to come out, and I'm definitely going to be covering that trial, no doubt. Let's listen to see what else they have to say. Very interesting.
And I'll tell you, Daisy, and probably something that I don't know if they've mentioned or not, but if she was unalived in there, the cadaver dogs had to have picked those up, and that's probably why they're focusing on certain areas.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, compared to Summer's case, if Summer would have been anywhere in that area, those cadaver dogs would have picked it up, but they had picked up nothing. So This is a totally different case from Summer's case. It has nothing to do with this. With Summer's case, this baby was missing for 2 years. Nobody even cared. The biological mother didn't even try to reach out to this baby. And that's the sad part, So here we go. This is
thinking about harmony until they can decide what to do. And when that happens, it remains contact the interior of that environment. And again, that's a potential evidence-rich environment.
All right, we've got more to get to in the life of Harmony Montgomery, the death of Harmony Montgomery, the search for Harmony Montgomery, plus coming up next hour.
We've known each other a long time, right?
Hang on, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if that's all. I don't know if they got any more about Harmony here.
Oh, they said there would be more after the break or whatever.
This is the interview with him before they arrest him. I guess this is the one with him, and this is before they arrested him. Like, I guess they were confronting him, possibly. Let me go back just a little bit. There we go. Here we go. Oh, wait.
I'm right there. I got nothing to say. Do you remember me from the LA hospital from a while back, man? Yeah, I got nothing to say. Right. So, hey, man, the only thing we're trying to figure out is where Harmony is, okay? Okay. So, the concern is that you guys are safe, right? You're not in trouble. Nobody said you're losing your daughter, okay? So, I want to make that clear. That's all, I have my body tomorrow, too, just like everybody else is being on. So you just need to find out where she is. That's all I'm concerned about. You're not in any trouble right now that I know of. Okay. We have no warrants. Okay. So where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay? Right now, I have nothing to say. But that's not what I'm just asking where she is. I have nothing to say.
Wow.
So you don't care how if your daughter's okay? I do. I listen, I have nothing to say. Is your daughter... If I'm under arrest, you guys can arrest me.
I told you he's used that many, many times before. I've got nothing to say.
See, because he's a previous criminal, so he knows how the game is played.
That's right. And he don't have nothing to say because he knows.
That shows immediate guilt to me.
He knows. He knows not to say anything. He knows to shut his mouth. Don't be talking to anybody. He knows.
Yep, he does. Miss Daisy.
And I'll tell you, he might
times.
even also cut a deal by saying where her body is. It happens.
I know. That's the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing.
And if he don't, guess what? She will. I will guarantee you it's going to be a race on who is going to give the body up first. It's either going to be Kayla or him. And I'm telling you, Kayla better let it go so that if she didn't do anything and she was just a victim herself, then she needs to help this case out.
You see that she was brutally honest in court there. She was brutally honest. So hopefully during the trial of Harmony's actual trial, she'll come forward and tell more. Does Harmony have grandparents?
Her lawyer is gonna
Let's have
tell her she needs to do it.
And a mother. I don't know about the grandparents, but I know that she has her brother that's been adopted out, and the family adopted her brother actually wanted to adopt
Harmony.
They were the ones that actually reached out to Crystal to try to find out where Harmony was.
So what's that tell you? He wanted Harmony for a reason.
Yeah.
It was a tool to use against his ex.
Unless they were drawing benefits off of her too. That could have been another, but the poor baby, she just tugs at my heart so bad because she's just been through we will probably never know what really happened to her now. Let's see what he has to say.
I mean, par for the course for a career criminal.
Hey,
I want you to take a
Daisy, I'll
listen.
be
This
back.
is Mike Sullivan testified in the trial and spoke to Matt Johnson afterwards, talking about what it was like inside that house. Take a listen.
Did you see Harmony at all in your interactions with Adam?
So I'm not coming back to this place after this, right? But like Adam, the reason why we ended up having like our falling out, a lot of us was because we were, my house used to be where everybody like partied at, and there was a day we were all hanging out, and we were there for like probably three and a half hours, and he said, "Oh, I got to go check on my daughter. She's in the car," So, and a bunch of us kind of got upset with him because we found out that his daughter had been sitting in the car for 3.5 hours, So, and then that day that I had gone over to his house, when he referenced the AR-15 in the back, he had all kinds of stuff out around his daughter, like
She was there?
all kinds of stuff around his, like all kinds of paraphernalia.
Unbelievable. Let's bring back in our guest.
Wow, did y'all hear that? He left the baby out in the car for 3 hours. 3 hours.
Harmony or the little brother?
Harmony. And had her around all kinds of drug paraphernalia. That guy acted like he was cracked out too.
Yeah.
He was a monster to that baby.
Yeah.
The foster parents still have Harmony's younger brother. I believe they had Harmony at one time and wanted her to. Yeah. I don't know if they had her once, but I know that they were wanting to adopt her. I know she had been in a foster home, but I don't know if it was the same foster home that the little brother was in. Oh, yeah. CPS failed her so bad. So bad. I mean, he was a freaking animal. A freaking animal, y'all. This poor little precious baby. She just really tugs at my heart, y'all. Let's see what else he has to say. I'm almost done with this, Big Mama.
Guest, Justice Scott Morgan, Erica Morris, Bob Ward. Erica, I listened to that and I still think about this child. A child will love and trust their father. That's just how they're born, and they look to her, and she just sat in that car for 3.5 hours while dad is inside doing his drugs.
Benny, I have worked with hundreds, if not more, parents of missing kids and, specialize in working with fathers of missing daughters. His responses, his reactions, those are not responses.
Okay, hang on, y'all. Sorry to stop it. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, guys. I got the cowbell back out. Thank you so much, honey.
She kills me, y'all. She kills me.
Shut up, Jinkies. Yeah, animals wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Y'all, I got a sunburn, so I'm having to use my back scratcher.
I guess. All right, let's listen to the rest of this.
Responses of a caring father who is concerned about his daughter's well-being. It just isn't. He's a really bad liar. He's a really bad criminal. And unfortunately, when this disappearance was first reported back in 21, we talked about this, and I said, I don't think this is going to be a good outcome because statistically, we already knew what we were looking at here. Of course, he didn't care about her sitting in a car for 3.5 hours. She was his punching bag. He's been arrested for giving her a black eye before. He's been arrested for, and also let's keep in mind that one of his charges right now is abuse of a court. So not concealment, but abuse. This little girl.
What, Big Mama?
He gave her a black eye and they arrested him and then they let him have the child back?
I don't think they arrested him. They went and checked it out. I don't think he was arrested for the black eye because, well, his uncle reported it. The CPS said that he would make her stand in the corner for hours till she used the bathroom on herself, and that he would smack her around, and he gave her a black eye and would make her clean the commodes with a toothbrush. And now we're finding out she was left in a car for 3 hours while he was doing his meth and stuff. Poor baby.
Wow.
At her tender age of 5 years old, lost her life by the hands of her father And there is no way to get around
It's a
that.
damn
And it
death
is just
penalty.
sad. And all I can hope for as an advocate and somebody who works with these families is that something will be learned by another parent from this horrendous situation.
Bob Ward, we only have about 20 seconds here, but what are the thoughts there? The community so impacted by all of this.
Yeah, they are. They raised $150,000 in reward money to try to find Harmony Montgomery. Everywhere you go, people up in New Hampshire still express concern about her, even though the Attorney General says that they have biological evidence to show that Harmony is no longer with us. It's a high interest case. Everyone in New Hampshire cares about this little girl. And I will say one thing, there is one bright spot in all of this. And those beautiful pictures that you're showing of Harmony Montgomery, those were taken by her foster parents, and they loved her.
Absolutely.
And they are just devastated by what has happened. And there was an attempt by other people close to me who were trying to who were interested in adopting Harmony, but it just didn't work that way. Yeah. The courts went a different way, and it's just a horrible case all around.
We are out of time. Bob Ward, 25, Erica Moore.
What, Big Mama?
The courts failed her.
Oh, well, it was her family member that gave that worked for the welfare system that gave them to her. That's what allegedly what Crystal said, the mother, that his cousin was working for the CPS at that time, and he was the one that actually placed Harmony in
The
the
blood
home.
is on that person's hands too.
Yeah. I wish there was a way to make him tell where she is. Well, they're only giving him second-degree charges. I think it's manslaughter, or is it murder?
Oh no.
I don't remember.
He
I think
needs
it was
to die with a lethal injection of something in his penis.
Jinkies. What in the world? Who is the stupid judge that made that decision? I don't know. But allegedly, Crystal, the mother, said that she reached out and tried to find her, but I just feel like she could have done more. That's just my opinion. You know, I could have been wrong, but the baby was failed by so many people. She seen that Adam was being mean to this baby, and yet she did nothing. She should have called CPS then when she seen on the Facebook call, you know, hey, Kill Blister, hello. And the judge that gave her to that hateful mom man should have charges up against him. I don't care if he's retarded. I know. Poor little baby Harmony, you all. Hey, Matthew. I feel it's important not to just discuss this like it's a movie or something. There are children right now in real life being abused. If you see something, report it. Well, several people reported it. They even reported when they were living in the house without electricity or water, but because they had a generator outside hooked up to the fridge, they didn't do nothing about it. But CPS was called a lot in this case. A whole lot. Like actually a month before she died, CPS showed up at the door over the black eye
I
thing.
know, Mary. I hope so.
So sad, you know.
I hope he goes to prison and Bubba gets a hold of him.
You know, not a lot of people.
What Bubba does to him makes him realize a little bit more. I hope Bubba tortures him.
He's been involved in an attempted murder, and then they think that he may be involved in a real mother murder. He's got a teardrop on his cheek, so that makes you think.
Sorry,
that
guys, my back is itching me. It's got a sunburn.
Involved in a murder. The baby looks just like him. She looks just like him. How could he hurt her like that? I don't understand it. CPS should be held responsible also. Well, I did see where they did try to come in and talk to CPS, and they wouldn't talk to them. So I don't know. I know they're trying to pass a Harmony's law. Hey, shit shaker. I know they're trying to pass a Harmony's law. CPS has to follow over to the next state. So, like, where he moved to a different state than she was in, it didn't follow. So they didn't check up on her. Anyone who hurts a child should get the death penalty. And just in my opinion, you are a sick. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta read it. It's going fast. You are a sick POS if you hurt a child. Keep your angry hands off your child. Exactly. Well, he obviously was a cold hearted mug anyway, and it just makes me think if he was hitting Harmony, was he hitting the baby too? Because there was a time he was in the bathroom and they said that he came out, and Harmony had her hand over the baby's mouth because the baby was crying. I think she was trying to keep the baby from crying so he wouldn't hurt the baby. That monster should have never had that baby. I know. I know. And not a lot of people has talked about Harmony's case, which is a very, very, very sad case. A very sad case. Hello, Jazzy Mom. Hey, Petals. It's so sad. She was very beautiful. I would have took her in a heartbeat, no doubt. I like Jinky's idea. Y'all, Jinkies gets me in trouble all the time.
Oh, Heidi. Well, no, I mean, seriously. But you got to think about it. Like, this man tortured this little baby. He deserves an eye for an eye. He deserves somebody to torture him.
He's so cocky. Like, he doesn't even care. He knows how to play the game, and he doesn't even care. You know, he's been there before. This isn't his first rodeo. You know, and that Kayla, she needs to be just as responsible because she knows where Harmony is. I guarantee she does. Jinkies grew her a big purr. Hey, Fonda Cheese Man! If y'all have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that like button that helps my channel grow. Only like about 60 subs from being at 10,000.
I got a big purr, yeah.
CPS always fails the ones that need them. It's so sad. It is. And see, Harmony hadn't been old enough to go to school yet either. So, you know, school wouldn't have known anything that was going on because she hadn't went to school. And just the way that Kayla talked in that interview, y'all can go back and watch if y'all coming in and missed it, that was a chaotic night and it must have got out of hand. We don't know exactly what happened to that baby, to be honest with you. No sympathy to him, but often abused kids grow up to become abusive parents unless they've gotten some kind of help. Well, I heard that his family member was also involved in the attempted murder or the murder. Now, I don't know. I've not got into it, but I am so tired of these people using that as an excuse to get away with murder. Like, none of us has grown up in fun times, but to me, that's no excuse to hurting a baby. I'm sorry. It's just not an excuse. Thank you, Bobo. This world needs. Aw, thank you, Bobo. That's why it's important. You see something, you say something. Yeah. And
Bobo.
Uncle did say something, but unfortunately, the CPS didn't take it very serious.
Well,
You know?
they ain't.
I think when it's reported, instead of just going there and visiting, they need to take each individual child to the side and talk to them. Instead of going there.
But these parents scare these kids so much. You know.
That's true. That is true. And she was just a baby.
And
so
no
she
kid wants to leave their home.
No. She probably loved him. I hope that he has nightmares every night for the rest of his life over this baby.
Oh no, I hope he has a lot more nightmares. I hope that he gets sodomized in prison and
Jinkies.
I mean,
Whoa.
No, I hope they tear him to shreds.
Actually, abused children tend not to abuse other children. Right. I mean, it's not always that way, y'all.
Every bit of torture back
Ain't
tenfold.
I mean, she looked just like him. She looked like him, y'all. And maybe she reminded him of himself. I don't know. What I don't understand is why he even took custody of her. I don't even know why. Yes, that uncle knew something was wrong. He didn't. He reported it, but they didn't do anything. Don't worry, Jinkies. If he gets into population, it's coming. Yep. That's
I
true.
hope so.
Usually they don't let them in general population. This coffee's good, y'all.
A little isn't enough. Bobo.
So, you
I
know,
know, tenfolds. He gets tortured tenfolds.
it's on telling what he did to her, leaving the baby in the eye. You know, she probably didn't even have nothing to eat that day. You know, a lot of babies, they sit in cars all day long in dirty diapers without food. Remember that one little baby that your friend had, and she would run around all day and he'd have a dirty diaper and she wouldn't even feed him?
And I'd take him home with me and
Yeah.
bathe him up and feed him.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Hello,
24
Autumn
years
Breeze.
old.
Hello.
He grew up. She ended up giving him away to her husband's ex-wife, and he grew up and he was 24 years old or 22 years old. Had a baby on the way, and he died of COVID at 22 years old.
He'd had a rough life.
No, not after Peggy got him. He didn't.
I know, but he was so sad. I remember
Why was
bringing him to
teachers?
that one time. I remember bringing him to the house and he and giving him a bath. He was so sweet.
I didn't want to leave him. He didn't
Yeah.
know me when he grew up. Peggy
She
tried to
wasn't
tell him.
abusive to him. She was just neglectful. Very, very neglectful.
Very.
She ended up having another baby.
Now, I have a friend. Well, she wasn't necessarily. Well, she's something. She hid her pregnancy for the whole pregnancy, and then we heard on the news that they found a baby underneath somebody's porch on a hill, and it ended up being her. She had the baby, cleaned the baby up, cut the cord, and the baby was dead. The baby and threw the baby on, wrapped it in garbage bags and put it under the porch. And her mom and her aunt come and took her to the hospital because she wouldn't stop bleeding, and she didn't get nothing out of it. Nothing.
Well, the baby hadn't took a breath.
I don't know.
I thought that's what you said. The baby hadn't took a breath.
Well, the judge in the town was her lawyer. The judge in the middle of that case, her lawyer become a judge. And she spent some time in the mental hospital. That's about it.
Has she had any more babies after that?
Yeah, she ended up having another kid. Living in Knoxville. Got married, had another kid.
Only in Harlan. Only in Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
She moved away, didn't she? Hey, Sugar Boom Boom! It's sad, y'all. All these cases are sad, but for some reason, I guess Baby Harmony gets me because she didn't have nobody to advocate for her, nobody to look for her. She didn't have a chance, no matter how much she cried out, you know, at night or probably cried herself to sleep. Probably sit in a car for hours in the hot. I'm so thankful that my daughter and daughter-in-law takes good care of my grandsons. Yeah. It's all about money in the justice system. A lot of people feel that way. You sold your soul. I wish we could see 200 thumbs up. Thank you. I heart touch. Hey, them baby chicks are getting big. I heart to touch.
I want heart to touch.
I want heart to touch, Jinkies.
You said heart to touch.
No, I said I want heart to touch.
You said heart to touch.
Hey, Yanni. In my line of work, I interview
No, I look like crap. Look at me.
Have not been the best parents, and 9 times out of 10, that person was raised by
I'm
a
just
very
getting home. I'm so tired.
abusive, neglective parent. It's sad. It's very, very sad. Unapproachable. Where were Harmony's grandparents? Maybe you said and missed. Now, I don't know about Crystal's. I don't know if Crystal had any mother or anything like that. I've not seen it. I've not seen any interviews with Crystal's or I don't know if Adam had any or not either. Well, yeah, because at one time Crystal said she thought that Adam had took the baby to his mother, but I've not seen an interview with Adam's mother. OMG Jinkies, my daughter asked for a cheesecake for her birthday. I had never baked one from scratch. It was so good. Strawberries and all.
Did
Miss
you
Chewy,
bake it?
up to your house, Miss Chewy. It is, Matthew. That's the sad part of it. It is. A real cheesecake is baked.
Thank you, Yanni.
Come on up, Auntie. Breaks my heart. We adopted because we couldn't have natural children. I would take any and all of these kids and love them with all my heart. Clover Stitcher, I'm the same way. You know, I was fortunate to get my husband's grandson, and he's just like mine. Lord have mercy. I'm like a mother hen flocking over her diddlers when it comes to him or any of my kids. I'll flog anybody over a diddler. Y'all know what a diddler is? Be making a video later about Yanni. Listen, I'm waving the white flag. Jinkies, just because Jinkies don't wave the right flag doesn't mean I'm not waving that damn white flag. Jinkies can go on and fight with her. I ain't doing it no more.
Not you waving the white underwear.
Whatever. I was so blessed to have had loving parents. I miss them
How to
every
love
day.
my life is gonna be. You ain't woman enough to take my man.
Auntie.
I am so hungry. I could eat a bear.
Why are you hungry, Auntie
Because
Sherry?
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Auntie Sherry, why don't
hungry.
you eat?
I'm hungry because I've been busy.
What have you been busy doing?
I've been on Salah's channel and your channel, and I typed in the PG's channel that I loved her and that kind of stuff.
Auntie Sherry, you've been a busy woman today.
You're a panel hopping.
And I also asked Salah, how could I be ordained?
Aw, Auntie
And she's going to
Sherry.
help me. She's going to help me.
Well, that's good.
I know I'm pretty old to be ordained, aren't I?
I heard that Jinkies came in there, but I missed
But I
it
really
and
want
got blocked
to pursue
before I
this.
saw her
I
come.
really want to pursue it.
Yeah, and I got the blame for it, Sugar Boom Boom.
I've had a tuggy.
I started it.
I've had a tuggy at my heart.
I started it.
Oh,
I
Auntie
get her straight
Sherry.
hot, y'all.
For a long time.
I don't care. You might like it, but I don't. I don't want to get in the middle of it. And I've told you to keep me out of it. But every time you go over and fighting and going on, I'm the one that gets
fight with
for it.
PG.
I mean, she had you dressed up like Gilbert Grape's mommy.
I don't care.
She
I
knows
don't
we don't
care.
agree. I don't have to remind her every time I'm over there.
I don't care what I'm dressed up as. I am not going to fuss no more when it comes to that. Auntie Sherry, what are you doing?
Laughing my butt off at you.
Are you? Where's your red lipstick?
You're funny. I don't have my red lipstick. I'm wearing pink, but I have pink lipstick. So
Well,
Auntie
Sherry.
Auntie Sherry's prepared. Always prepared.
He's always got that lipstick ready to go.
I'm not gonna tell you what's in my nightstand.
She put me
I'm
like I'm
always
not supposed to
prepared.
defend myself.
Look, Matthew said, Auntie Sherry, you look so beautiful in
always
pink.
prepared. Look at my nightstand drawer.
She does look beautiful in pink.
Auntie Sherry, Matthew said, Auntie Sherry, you look beautiful in pink.
Matthew Cunningham is so sweet. I swear we have some sweet testosterone
We do.
on this channel.
I thought it was great, Debbie.
They are so
I told Chillbilly about it.
Well, we do. We got a good YouTube family going on over here. We really do. We got some
we've
more
got a
sweet
lot of
people.
love. We got more love here than
We
you
do.
can find.
Where's Can? Can working here.
Go to Salah. Same thing. It's just a bunch of love. If you don't like love,
Ray
don't go to their
Tracy
channel.
Ludwig. I guess Can
If you
don't
don't
work.
like love, don't go to their channel.
I can't expect her to be in here when I'm talking about all this because
Thank you, man.
with her having a missing child as well, it's probably hard on her.
I appreciate that. I've been
But,
called all kinds of names.
But yeah, it's
It's funny.
hard, and I couldn't expect her to be
I
in
used
here.
to take it
and
seriously,
stuff.
but now I don't take it seriously.
But y'all, I that trial's getting ready to come up on Harmony, and I'm definitely covering that trial. And so I wanted to bring it to light. You know, I want to cover more of these cases of these children. And let's not forget that Summer's Day is next week. And Can is going
I won't
to
be
do it
there.
by himself.
I won't be there.
I won't either. I'm not going to be there either, Auntie. I'm going to be right here on the farm. Daisy on the farm. Daisy on the farm. Daisy's going to
Don't
be on the
worry, there'll be
farm.
plenty of people streaming it.
Well, I'm going to be here on calf watch because I have a
I
feeling
know.
with
You're
them
about
big
to have a
udders.
baby.
I know. And
You
my
better
neighbor
not leave
said,
her. You better not
huh?
leave her. I'm not kidding, Miss Daisy.
No, I'm not. The neighbor said 3 months out, but the way her udders look, I'm thinking she's probably going to be a month out, maybe. Juju said Miss Sherry had a good time today. I was watching on Sayla's channel. Where is Sayla?
Where are you, Sailor?
Hey
Get up here, you little
AJ.
rat fake.
But yeah, y'all,
Sailor's
little
my evil twin.
precious baby Harmony, y'all. Hey Lolly. Hey
And I want to
Lolly.
get ordained. I do, really.
I'm
That
glad you
is,
want to be ordained.
that's a goal of mine, and I'm not
You'll be there,
jobbing about
Matthew.
it.
Well, you'll get to meet Jinkies because Jinkies is going. Daisy, can I come visit for baby watch? Well, sure. Come on. Maybe when Auntie Sherry comes down, she'll have a baby then.
I'm
And Auntie
going.
Sherry can feed. Well,
I'm going to
it'll be
Daisy's. May I
milking
tell
it.
them when? May I tell them when?
Yeah.
I'm going to Daisy's on the 30th. We're driving to Cherokee, and we're going to spend the night there. And I think we're about 2 hours away from where Daisy lives.
Yeah.
So we're coming up there, and we're going to spend the whole day at the farm, and then drive back. And look, Erica is so excited she can't stand it. She said
Oh, hopefully.
she wants to get her hands on those baby animals.
Well, I'll be sending her some geese hunt. Well, no, I can't give Fluffy away.
No, she wants to do that so badly.
I know.
Whenever
I
she
started.
sees Baby Jack and everybody, she's like, "Oh, I wish I could have those babies."
Hillbilly 29 said her husband is ordained. You're early today, Miss Daisy. I hope you stay long enough for the rest of us. Well, I was gonna let Jinkies go live after this live. I think she's wanting
Oh
to go
Lord,
live.
Jinkies,
So
don't hold it against me if
hers
I'm
is
not
gonna be a little
there.
more controversial than mine. Mine's
Don't
about
hold it
harmony.
against me if
Miss
I'm not
Daisy,
there. I'm
are you and
hungry.
Jinkies going to redeem
Hungry.
last year's?
Hungry.
No. There. Listen, Miss Daisy is not going nowhere near Jinkies on June 15th. Make no mistake. Ben
Somebody
ordained.
might get arrested. I've already told everybody
If it
take
is,
bail money.
if they do, it ain't gonna be Daisy. I'll tell you
Take bail
that.
money. Take
Because
bail
Daisy will
money.
be here on the farm on
Take bail money. I won't be there either. I
I'll be
just can't.
waiting to watch
I
Candace's
just don't
live.
feel like it's.
Candace is gonna be doing a live
good
about
that.
summer. And y'all, this is a beautiful picture of Summer and Candace together when Summer was a baby, but I'm gonna let Candace show that on her channel. I just think it's precious. Hey, Mr. J. Quinn. See, I knew to check the live.
Recognize Jay Quinn.
And here
I
you
know all
are.
these people.
I was
know all
just
these
a
people.
video on a video of yours.
I can't wait
Oh,
to get my tooth fixed.
Quinn.
I get my tooth fixed the day before I come up, Days.
Are you going to get that gap took care of?
No. I
Oh.
chipped my
I'm
incisor. Flossing my teeth.
I'm sorry, Auntie Sherry.
Right here's a chip. See?
Oh, I can't see the chip. I'm sorry.
Well, I can.
I got a gap too, Auntie Sherry, so don't feel
I know
bad.
you
Hey,
do.
Crystal
I know you do. It's
Stokely.
hereditary. My mother and my sister both had theirs bonded together. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've got two toes that are grown together. The podiatrist that did my foot surgery said, "You want me to split those toes while you're under?" I said,
Well,
"No, I don't."
When I
My
had my
grandmother had
hysterectomy,
23 grandchildren. I'm the only one that has those toes like a swan.
when I had my
On the
hysterectomy,
same foot, same toes. And you know what? You're not gonna take my
when I had my hysterectomy,
hereditary features away from me. You can call them impaired or afflicted or whatever you want to. But
who's going to jail? Hopefully nobody's going to jail because
I
Daisy
just was
Cow ain't going.
kidding. I was kidding about taking bail,
Daisy
buddy.
Cow is not going to June 15th up in Kingsport. Daisy Cow lives close to Kingsport. Daisy
I
Cow
was
can go
just
for any
kidding.
time after June 15th.
I'm
But
not
I'm
gonna
not
do
going
that.
to her. No. I'll be here watching Cans live and on I'll be on
And
Catwalk.
everybody else that's streaming while they're there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be watching everybody. Because I know I will. I'm
Me
curious.
too. I don't know.
Curious.
I
I
might be
admit it.
outside swimming. I might be doing something. I probably ain't gonna be watching nobody on YouTube but Can.
But you know
That's the
what?
only one.
I didn't want the podiatrist to split my toes because I told him I wouldn't be able to swim as well.
Well, Auntie
Sure,
Sherry.
you got webbed toes?
Yeah, I'm a duck.
She says she does.
I'm a duck. Yes, I do. I'll show them to you. They're growing
Well,
together.
Jinkies, when are you gonna go live on yours?
I don't
You
know.
been
Yet.
puppy watch?
Give me a chance
Huh?
to eat, or just don't go at all.
You gonna make me a thumbnail?
I gotta get my.
I don't know if I'm not having nothing to do with any of it.
You lie.
I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not getting in the middle
I
of it.
think I'm too tired to go live tonight. I ain't gonna lie.
See, she
No.
does that. That's why I went live because I
No.
knew Jinkies
No.
I
was
got
not
you,
to go
babe.
live.
I got you.
I'm an older woman.
Listen, I got baby
Nope.
chicks, baby ducks. Fluffy's a junior now, a
Miss
teenager.
Daisy.
What?
I'm going to meet my dumpling. I'm going to meet Dolly. I'm going to meet Justice for All.
Miss Daisy. Today, when I had my
And if
night
Peach
in
is
the
there,
gear,
oh,
and
bitch,
I was
I'll
on
meet
Sailor's
you
channel,
too.
I picked it up,
Justice wants me to grace him with my
and
presence.
I had a green butterfly in my mouth. I had a
Oh
fly in my
Lord,
mouth.
Justin.
I had a fly in my mouth.
But
It was a green fly.
when?
This afternoon, I'm sitting
I
here
know
thinking,
that day will be so hard for Don and Candace, bless their
I
hearts.
was on
I
Sailor's
bet they
channel, and I
won't
thought I was
even
going to
feel like
gag his
getting out of
ass.
bed and can't blame
The
them.
green
It's
fly.
heartbreaking to think about
Probably
prayers.
just came
It
from
is
some roadkill or
very,
somebody
very
else's
sad.
channel.
Miss Daisy, don't let. I don't want to.
That's pretty
I'll
sad.
try
I'm not
not
wanting
to.
to
If I
just
don't
don't
know if
want
I'm going to be able to, though. I'm not feeling good, guys, and I got to get up at like 5 in the morning. And
You don't
because I
have
got
to,
a big
G.
old catering to do, I might have to wait till tomorrow night to do it. And I'll just have me a big shindig tomorrow night. Because
well, I'll check my schedule.
Miss Daisy's waving the white underwear. The white
where you
underwear.
at, Frankie, dude? Where's Frankie at?
I'm not fussing with people no more. I'm talking
Frankie
about
said
these
you
little
didn't say hi to her,
What am I
Daisy.
going to have to do?
No, I
Go in
thought I
there and
did,
get a pair of my
Frankie. I
panties
did
and wave
too,
them around?
Frankie. Daisy,
Want
don't
me
let
to
the
wave my
devil
Where's
in.
she
panties
at?
around?
Hi,
I had
Frankie.
to
I'm
reboot my
sorry.
computer, so I
They're
didn't
called
see
the
anybody.
pins.
Go live when
Pins.
Daisy gets off.
They're called the
Jinkies.
pins. Depends on whether they work or not.
I'll be watching for you
It depends.
tomorrow then, Jinkies.
Okay.
But, y'all, there's Frankie.
Oh my gosh, I'm
I think
sweating.
it's Chewy and
I
Frankie
gotta
mixed
turn
up
my
sometimes. I don't know why.
AC on.
Why are you
Listen.
burning up for Auntie Sherry?
Because when I turn my AC on,
that.
it
Let's
makes a big
talk
noise.
about Timu. I've
I'm
not
about to
ordered
make me
anything
some
from
coffee.
Timu. I'm trying to
Hey,
hold
Moo.
back on the old moolah.
It's pronounced
Oh,
Tamu.
that's good.
But I've not ordered anything
Woo,
from
that's
Timu.
good coffee, baby.
I know I just had me a cup. But now if I could get a sponsorship
Johnny was
from
talking about
Timu,
coffee, and she made
I'd
me
do
want
it.
a cup of coffee, so I made Logan go make me a cup of coffee.
Some YouTubers have got
He's
sponsorship.
such a good kid,
They
y'all.
get a code.
I got the best kid in the whole
I don't
world.
think I got enough subscribers to do sponsors yet. I don't know how many subscribers you got to have to be able to do sponsorships. But I
He
know a
loves
lot
his
of
mama.
YouTubers.
I wouldn't do that
I
to
know
him.
he loves his mama.
I'm just
I
gonna
know
meet
he loves
him.
his mama.
I'd pay good money to see Jinkies out.
I wouldn't do that.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, Bo Evans.
What'd you do, Sherry?
It's Lola.
I ordered some of those things that hold the Ziploc bags. They're
It's Lola.
helpful.
You know what I do?
Yeah. They got a
I've
lot
got
of
this propped
helpful
up on a
things.
pillow where I can see.
I
And
ordered
she
some of
comes
those
over here and
things.
wants to tunnel down in the
It
bed
does
and
take a
start
while for
throwing
it to come
everything
in.
everywhere. Yeah. And I think
Miss
I'm going to
Daisy,
make
I'm
her
waiting for the
emotional
fifth order.
support dog
Continue
tomorrow.
it over $100.
And
I'm
then
so
I'm going to be
excited.
ordained.
Okay,
Oh,
Lolly.
I just love
Yeah,
it.
I think I'll
Love
go live
it.
tomorrow, guys. I get off early tomorrow. Hopefully. Y'all, my poor legs can't take that concrete much longer. They feel like they're splitting in two.
You can sit down, just get up and do a few things, and then sit down, get up and
No,
do
I
a few things.
cannot. I don't have
Yeah.
any employees.
My
I don't
son
have
used
any
to have
employees.
coffee
But
for me ready when
one
I.
little girl.
Oh, hey Amanda, how are you? Hey, Creative
Amanda.
Spirit, how are you?
My son used to have coffee for
Love
me
you
ready.
guys. If y'all
You
ain't
don't
subscribed,
have
that's
hit
any
that
sweet,
employees
Heidi.
except
subscribe
one.
button and that like button. I
Bye-bye.
don't.
No.
What?
Bye-bye.
What
No,
is
I
it?
don't hate Justin. I don't hate Justin.
I don't hate Justin either.
No.
But
Or
I shall
PG.
see him and I
I
shall
don't
meet
hate
him.
anybody.
We
Him and I
have
shall
a.
greet each other.
I love them. Let me tell you something.
I don't hate
I'm going to
Justin
tell
either.
something to
I
everybody
like
listening.
messing with Justin every
If
once in a while,
something
but I
happened,
don't hate him.
Daisy
if
does push
something,
the limits quite a bit.
No, I
if
don't
something,
either.
Oh, you would,
What are
Daisy.
you talking about?
What
He went
about
over
that
and did Miss
cow thing where
Daisy
you
if
and
something,
you said
me.
she's a better
if something,
Jinky,
red
shut your
carpet
mouth. You're a
walker.
troublemaker. Hey, Tracy.
And you shouldn't have
How
said
are
that about the
you?
banana either.
Hello, Tracy D and Tracy L.
I'm trying to
I
tell
don't
you
But
hate
something.
any
I
of them,
like
but they
bananas.
If something
no, I don't
happens
hate
to
anybody
any
either.
of the creators we know,
I don't.
any of them, we would be extremely insulted.
I don't hate nobody. I don't
We
even
might
hate
fight.
PG, y'all.
We might fight with
I don't
him,
even
or
hate her.
PG.
I like getting her
him,
shit
or
hot
debate
though.
him. But when it
Woo,
comes
Yeah,
I
to
got
yeah,
her hot
you
last
do. You
night
like to
getting
get
if
it.
we
prayer gardens
lost
all
one
feathers in a tallywhack,
if
and
we
then she
lost
comes after
anyone,
Daisy
we
instead
would
of
I
be
you.
love it.
very upset.
I love
She
We'd be
getting
comes
very
after
PG
upset.
shit
me.
hot.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, well, I hope
Do you
she comes
know
after
that
me.
because
Make
Daisy, if
love,
you
not
get her
war.
shit hot, she
Make
retaliates
love, not war.
Against
like
Daisy.
PG does.
Do like Benny and Daisy did.
You don't have to hate them. Put little smack
Well, that
down.
sounds good, Matthew.
Bobo,
I'm not
where
coming
is
to your
Ronald?
farm,
He's not graced us
A
with his
little
presence.
smack down on 'em.
Miss
I'm
Daisy.
eating dinner, chicken and rice and broccoli and cabbage. That sounds
Daisy.
good.
When I come
That
up
How
sounds
to
long does it
great.
see
take Daisy to get
will
you the
you
chicken?
put that
About a
Sandra
week and
duck
a
up?
half.
You put Sandra up before I come see
AJ.
everybody at the farm.
Yes,
I
I
don't
put
trust
Sandra
Sandra.
up.
Meaning go
I
Sandra
tomorrow.
don't.
about
I
got
don't trust
chilly the
Sandra.
other day.
I trust Benny more than I trust Sandra.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Sugar Boo Boo. I don't
Well,
think that me and
Sandra was
Justin will
I'm
have
going to
any
greet
bad
Benny
words at
with
all.
an
Justin
apple
may
that's
walk
quartered,
away loving you. You never
probably
know.
some carrots. He's going to love
I
me.
think Dolly's going to be fun to
he's a
meet. I
big
can't
boy.
wait to meet Dolly. I'm just going to walk up to him and be like, Dolly! You know,
Oh, good
I
gosh, Jinky,
cannot
you
wait
about
to
to
meet
kill my
Dolly.
ears.
Frankie.
Dumpling, I can't wait to see my dumpling. Matthew, you're going to be there, aren't you?
Would you stop yelling,
Dewey,
Jinky?
are
She's
you
about to kill
coming?
I
me.
don't know, Sugar Boom Boom. Let's see if he's on the block
I
list.
can't hear worth the
Maybe
crap, but
they've
I can
got
hear
him blocked.
Jinkies.
No,
I said I can't hear worth the
Ronald
crap, but I
might be
can hear
completely
Jinkies.
blocked. If the truth's known.
Sherry,
What, honey?
tell him about how you're getting your swimming pool and you're going to put no clothes allowed in the pool. Must skinny dip.
Auntie Sherry.
Sherry.
No diving and no clothes.
No diving, no clothes.
What?
I will be, Tracy. Nobody's going to tell me I can't go live. I will be live. I will be live. Because I know that there's other people out there who would like to enjoy the event too, and there's nothing the matter with it. It's a memorable
Who's saying that
moment.
nobody can't go live? Who's saying nobody can't go live?
That one that's
Nobody,
happening.
you can't
There's
stop somebody from
several
going live
things that's happening
at
over
that
there.
gathering. You can't stop
And
that.
I went live last year,
Unless
and
you
I'm going to go live
confiscate
this year.
everybody's phones.
It's a state park, so I'm sure I'm allowed to do what I want to do. Yeah, I'm going live, guys. Heck yeah.
That's what I said. I'll see here.
You guys want to see it too. I mean, why would I not show you guys this beautiful thing that's going to happen that they're going to be doing for summer? Why wouldn't I? I'll be going live. I don't care. I don't plan on going over to that one event though.
Which pavilion are you going to visit first?
I'm going to Dolly's.
Oh, okay. You're going to bypass.
I don't have
the
any
first
plan on going to.
You're bypassing the first one because that's
that
the
other
first
one.
and then there's a second one.
Now, Robin did one last year. Robin's was
scratch.
beautiful. I
Jinkies,
love
do you have
Robin's.
fleas?
What?
Jinkies,
Where's
do you have
Dolly going to be
fleas?
at this year? I mean, where's he going to be?
Do you have
He's
fleas?
in Pavilion.
1 and 2 or A
They
or
can't
B?
tell you not to go live on public property. First Amendment.
No.
I know.
They can't tell you anything to do.
Dolly will be going live. I don't think Dolly will.
I'm not picking it, guys.
No, Jinky's going to show us Dolly cooking hamburgers and hot dogs.
I'll be respectful and clear that with the park rangers because that's just how I flow. But yeah,
I know.
I don't care. Let them listen. 99% of the creators out there, excluding a very few of them, are criminals. They're freaking criminals, dude. They've got backgrounds.
You just figured that out.
Seriously, I could care less what a bunch of criminals say about me.
Are you kidding me?
Anyways,
they've got more criminal records than the people they're judging. I'll tell you that. Hey, Juju, I'll take care of you.
Yes, I have. I've researched a few, by the way.
The things that were said last night.
They do have a criminal record.
In that chat was over there going along with that. Then they're not people. Good people.
I have to pay for it.
Christian people don't do that, and so yeah.
To research
your taxes paid for all this, including park rangers' paychecks. So I ain't even worried about it. I just wished her and Jenkins would fight it out and they'd leave me the H alone.
Who, PG?
Because I'm done. Yeah.
I'm all right. PG and me, we got this. Leave me and PG alone, Daisy. Let us fight.
It ain't you she's fighting. It's me, you big hussy.
She's not fighting with me.
He ain't saying nothing to you. It's me.
I
She's
get my Dolly.
Put the pictures up of me.
I'd like for everybody to go out afterwards and maybe go out and have a cocktail or something like
I
that.
don't have a desire to meet anybody.
That'd be so fun.
Daisy, don't hold back, sweetheart.
Maybe my subs, but as far as other creators, I don't have a desire to meet any creators.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
I'd love to meet my beautiful subscribers. They're my family.
That's why I'm going. I'm going.
Creators, no.
I'm going to my goal.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Go and honor Summer.
Lola wants to go
because Summer, that beautiful little baby girl, needs to be remembered, and not only needs to be remembered, we need to start looking at the real pictures of Summer, and not PG's diluted, crazy Photoshop shit. Because by the time she photoshops these pictures of Summer,
Lola, you need to get out.
We don't actually know what she looks like. Because we can remember is these Photoshop pictures. We need to start looking at them first. That you don't manipulate a picture of a missing child. That's mental. That picture's the only thing that's left to find that child. True story. But no, I don't care what any of these people say about me. I'm done with it. I used to care. Last year, I cared. I cared what everybody said about me.
You know what?
Blah, 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 blah. But I don't think about.
You might
the only thing I care about is my beautiful subscribers that love me and support me.
You think they're thinking about you, but you know what? They're not really. They're thinking about everything else. Everybody's got a life. And I used to feel that way too. Like everybody was singling me out to pick on me or something, you know. But no, people weren't scrutinizing me as much as I thought they were.
Right, so, Sherry.
I really don't give a flying fish now.
I don't either, Sherry.
I'm serious. If you don't
I
like
don't
me,
give a
go on your
flying
merry way.
flippity
Go on your
flop
merry way.
floodah.
I'm going to try to be your friend. I'm going to try to be
Hey,
nice
Day
to you.
Day.
I will give
I
you a
know who Day
chance
Day is.
or two.
Hey, Mary
Who's
Martin.
Day Day?
Otherwise, just go on your merry way.
I
Who's
don't want
Day
to say.
Day?
The friends I
Let's
make
just
for
say he's
life.
mischievous, a little
For
mischievous.
life. I'm not
Who's
mischievous
Day
at
Day?
all.
It starts with a B and ends with a G. Oh, I love him.
Oh my gosh, Miss Daisy.
Poor Goddess
Starts with a
Love
B
went
and
to.
ends with a G.
I know. Poor. I
God of
feel
Love
bad
was
for
in
you.
there. God of Love was in
I
there.
know.
And
I
she was
felt so
trying
bad
to,
for her.
Who
I
is
did.
it?
She was trying
Hey,
to hang
Sugar
on.
Shack.
And she just
Bob
kept getting
G.
smacked. She kept getting smacked around.
Hey,
I think she finally
beautiful.
got the steel-toed boot. I'm not sure.
I feel bad for Goddess
So many
Love.
people do. I can't
What
keep
else
up
she
with
was trying
who has or
to.
not. I know I have.
I see that.
I've gotten the
Day
boot.
Day. I see that Day Day.
What's she gonna do when I get ordained?
I love when I have the dance floor in
Think I should
people's
invite her
minds.
to the
Well,
party?
yeah. You can't touch this. Hey, I just had to unblock you. Who blocked you, Soldier Soul? I don't know why she was blocked. She was on the block list. I don't know why. Miss Daisy.
I wouldn't worry about it unless Frankie or Chewy or some of these that have
I
been with you
know.
forever
Jinkies
and
went in
ever.
there starting it though. Jinkies went in there and stirred the shit pot up. And got feathers all flogged up in the air. So I wanted to make this live about little baby Harmony and not all that drama.
Well, you
Let's
did.
get to that damn drama.
You did make it about
Thank
Harmony.
you, Rhonda Regis. Thank you. Hey, what the fudge? What's up? Y'all, I
What
got
the
that
fudge?
cowbell out. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And if
I
you
just
haven't
love all
become a
these
member
people.
of the
They're
Critter
so
Stone
funny.
family, go ahead and hit that membership if you don't mind. That helps my channel grow and helps me to
This is a
support my
good chat.
channel.
It's a good chat.
Literally, y'all, I had to put my channel in members only the other day because if not, I wouldn't have got anything because YouTube always like limits my lives. And so without y'all's support,
I'm
I
not
don't
a
make
member.
anything
I
off
don't know
these
how to be a
lives.
member. I'm impaired.
I don't
Or,
know.
as my sister says, you're afflicted.
If somebody
You're
can put
afflicted.
my membership link out there, yeah. If you want to become a member of the Critters
Yeah,
Crime,
I'm afflicted. All right.
would be much obliged.
You didn't put me in the nursing home, did you?
Nope, Miss Cherry, I didn't. But yeah, I got the cowbell out here, or the
I wasn't
cowbell
talking
out
about
here.
you.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
I was talking about one of my siblings.
Yes, if everything works out, Jinkies, I will be there. I can't wait to meet you and everybody. But if you notice,
I would love to go, but I just don't think I can handle it. I don't.
bye,
I don't think
AJ.
I
Love
can
you,
handle the
honey.
heat. I can't
Bye.
handle the heat for one thing. I take blood pressure medicine and
Oh, I'll
cholesterol
be
medicine
there.
and that kind of stuff. And I swear, I could pass out. Really.
You was Day Day. I thought it was Bob G.
I can't do it. I go to Miss Daisy's and sit where it's cool and not have to do anything.
What's coming in was Harmony Found. No,
Erica will push my
I was
wheelchair
going
wherever I
over
need to
God's
go.
Girl. I was going over the trial, the gun trial. And Kayla Montgomery let out a few things of possibly could have happened that night. Harmony was unalived.
Bye, Jakes. I love
And
you too.
there's my membership if anyone wants to become a member of the Critters Crime family.
Do it.
But yeah, we went over all that and we're just kind of having a little bit of downtime before I end my live because I ultimately don't want to make this about that drama, and Jinkies wants to continue on that drama over there, and I don't. I want to move on with my channel and move on growing my channel and talking about cases and not get caught up in all the cray-cray anymore. I'm done with the cray-cray. I've been praying more. I've been getting closer to God, and I'm not going to let that affect me anymore. So, but Jinkies obviously likes to go up there and stir up stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's not fair for her to go over and stir things up. Then I get attacked about it. I just had to. I know, Miss Kim. Do you know the date when Harmony's trial starts? I'm not for sure, but I will find out, Debbie. I will find out when it is, because make no mistake, I will be covering that case, and I will be covering the suitcase trial. Has Harmony been found?
That suitcase thing just makes me sick.
Harmony has not been found yet, but they were going over a little bit of the trial on his gun trial,
Well,
and
they've already.
What, Auntie?
They already have. They have their targets. Let's put it that way.
But yeah, I think that woman, the suitcase child woman, she has like
Or
fans.
Target.
She has like big time fans. I seen that the other day. Like she thinks she's famous now. And of course, people are going to be all about her. Some people are crazy, Look at that one guy, that one serial killer. She texts you on every live, Miss Daisy. I hate it. I know.
Who does?
Who do you think? It's raining, y'all. I could have a good nap right now.
Why?
It's a pouring rain.
Why?
Hey, MC Lick Lick. It's over.
Why text you on every live? I don't get it.
You know who attacks me on every live.
I didn't say who. I said why.
Because Jinkies goes over and stirs the shit pot up, and she blames me. Adam's uncle and girlfriend and everyone in that house knew he abused Harmony and didn't report him. Why were they not charged? Well, I think Kayla cut a deal with them, and she told what happened to Harmony. The suitcase trial is so sad. She has had 6 attorneys so far. That woman crazy. Daisy, are you all getting all of the smoke from Canada? No, I've not seen any smoke here. I've really not noticed, but maybe today, but it's been rainy all day, so I can't
The
tell.
smoke is going where the jet stream is.
Are you always late?
And the jet stream is dipping. Oh, never mind, Daisy. I was starting to
Go
teach
ahead.
you.
No, go ahead, Auntie. No, Daisy, she does it regardless.
The smoke is in Canada, okay? And the jet stream is really low right now. So it's allowing all of that, which would be Arctic air, which is Arctic fire and smoke, infiltrate down to where the jet stream kind of divides. And that's why it's sinking southward.
I'm sorry.
It's because of the jet stream. You got to watch the jet stream to even know what our weather's going to do.
The smoke has been terrible. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time breathing. Like my airways closing. Remember I told you all that? I felt like that the other day.
Yes, and
that might be why my airways feels like it's smoking up.
It's coming down as far as Tennessee.
Is the wildfires that bad?
I saw it. I saw the little dots on the thing showing where people.
That is why my airway feels like it's absolutely closing up, y'all. I thought it might have been something else.
One should watch the news.
Miss Daisy, you're so sweet, and she probably like you and is pretending otherwise. And she probably likes you. Well, I don't know.
I know she does. I know she does. This is just an ongoing thing between them, like Jinkies and Daisy. I don't think
Jinkies is the one that keeps it going, Auntie.
She doesn't hate Miss Daisy. She just got a nasty mouth on her, and she's
that's why my airway's been closing up.
Loudmouthed and very opinionated, and I can get along with somebody like that. I'd rather get along with them than have them as an enemy, or you know what I'm saying?
Auntie Sherry, I ain't done nothing to cause any trouble.
I ain't stirring anything, Miss Daisy.
I know, but Jinkies is.
I am too old to know.
But Jinkies does. Hey, Goddess Love.
I'm too old to know better.
We love you, Goddess Love, and I'm sorry what happened to you last night. I knew it was a bad idea.
It's
only
okay,
the
Goddess
strong
Love.
can deal with
I watched you.
that kind of stuff.
I watched you, Goddess Love. It's okay.
We love you.
It's okay. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
Here
all
in
of us at one time
Connecticut,
or
we
another
have the
gotten
smoke for
still
2 days now. Wow.
I think,
to be honest, I don't care either way. Anyone.
I think I need to pass the trophy.
The subs PG are equally as nasty.
She stayed up longer than I did.
I was thinking that too. Not everybody that subs to her, but a lot of them that sits over there and laughs with her when she's fat shaming people and stuff. To me, I wouldn't want them over here anyway. I don't want them kind of
Well,
people over here.
my mother
I
said
wouldn't
when you
give
make
her
fun
no
of other
deal
people,
until
it
she
might come
told
back
us
to you
where
and you
harmony
might have
is.
the same
Exactly,
problem.
Kiki.
So, but
I
I
did
try to
say
get
it
along
this
with
way.
people.
You did,
I
but it's
do.
okay.
I'm not two-faced. I am not two-faced. I don't have a forked tongue. You can ask Miss Julie, Miss Christine. You can ask anybody, really.
Farm
But
folks
I
are
just
good.
don't. I don't like the
Yes, over there,
conflict.
please.
I don't
Exactly.
like the conflict. I'd rather get
Jinkies can
along
keep
with
it
the
on her
person.
channel because I'm
I'd rather
not.
get along with the person than have to engage in a disagreement.
You know, that's why I've kind of stepped back away from Summer's case a little bit because of the drama and just the attacks on Candace and Don constantly and everything, and
Haven't
brought
seen
more
them
attention
around,
to
have
these
you?
other ones.
You haven't
Yeah, I've
seen them
talked to
around
Candace.
lately.
She was in here earlier. Miss Daisy, my 26-year-old
Oh, I missed her.
grandbaby, in the hospital. Something is wrong with her
I
heart.
missed her.
No,
She's got my
Kim.
dog.
Prayers for your
She
grandbaby.
has my dog.
PG is responsible for her own actions.
Yes, she is.
This is
And you know what? I still love her. I don't care what anybody says. I still
Who?
love her. PG, she needs me to love her.
She does. She does, Auntie Sherry. But Justin's sitting over on her panel like she loves him to
Well,
death.
he needs me to love him
You
too.
don't. Justin,
He needs me
PG
to love
knows
him
everything.
too.
You don't.
I've told him I love him too. I don't
Oh,
go around trying to start trouble.
I
I
know
go
her
around
like a
trying to
book, y'all.
calm the waters.
And I ain't saying that to be mean. I'm just telling the truth. I know how she works. But anyways.
Well, I'm no two-faced anything or fork-tongued
I
viper
try
or
my
whatever
best.
anybody wants to call me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take me a Benadryl. My throat feels like
I'm a
it's.
peacemaker.
I am too, but when you're attacked for no reason, like I have been attacked a lot, y'all, and not in the most nicest way ever. But I'm used to it now, so I don't care. I'm not going to address it. It's not like I don't know I'm a big mama. I've said it myself, so attack
And
away.
who cares?
Right?
Who
But
cares?
it's not going to stop me from talking about these children.
No.
And by no means, I'm going to continue to talk about.
I'm going to say it again and again.
And I'm going to continue to talk about Summer.
Man looks upon the flesh, but God looks upon the heart. That's true.
What happened?
I said, man looks upon the flesh, but God looks upon the heart.
Absolutely, Auntie Sherry. But if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. That helps my channel grow. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live for tonight because I don't want it to be a bash party. I want this to be about Harmony Montgomery and not about anything else. Y'all, please say a prayer for this little baby. Auntie Sherry, I love you. Hopefully we can get Jinkies to go live and you can continue.
Oh, no. I need to go eat and calm down. And
you do need to eat, Auntie Sherry. It's not good
yes,
that
I
you
do.
don't. But y'all, I want to say thank you all for subscribing to my channel, being members of my channel.
It's so
Watching
inactive,
our
I don't eat
channel.
as much food.
Thank you for your
I
super
don't eat
chat
as much fuel.
stickers. Thank you for your memberships.
I
Love
don't
y'all.
lie this bed for the fun of it, you guys.
Pray
I don't lie here for the fun of it.
these little babies, y'all.
Nope.
I love you, Sherry.
I got involved in this with the Amber Alert.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. And I love that Southern state. What a sweet baby. What a sweet baby. It just breaks my heart. This stuff just breaks me about tears.
I will be covering this trial, y'all. Y'all say a prayer.
I'm so sensitive to this.
I love you all. Bye, Nancy.
Love you. Love you, Daisy May.
Love you. And I'll be
Always.
on later if you.
Okay. See you later, baby.
Oh, baby girl. Not everybody. I love y'all so much. Let's keep this baby in your prayers. Good night, Nancy.